Hi, hello there, and welcome back to another YouTube video. I am Little Ginge, aka Hope, and we're here today with another speed build. But this is one from my streams where we built a white rhino habitat, which is very cool, very fun. It's a white rhino habitat, and I think there's octopi in there. Is that? Oh no, there might be like Nyalas. There's some kind of like deer-esque animal in there with the white rhinos to add a bit more variety, you know. And so this is all footage I had recorded for my stream, so I kind of forgot to do the beginning bit, so we're like kind of not midway through something, but we had just began, and then I was like, oh no, I need to record, and so that's why kind of something was done before we started. But so I'm just trying to build a little barrier, because my idea for this was that you sort of look down into a plain, and there were the rhinos walking around with these Nyalas. But obviously we need to have a barrier in the way of this. So we had the water, sort of like, I guess, to stop people falling in, and also the animals trying to get out. And then we had this like nice lovely fence. For some reason I decided to do it rounded. I guess, I think my reasoning on stream was so like people couldn't climb up it, because, you know, rounded edges, hard to grip to, would be hard to get up, like small children. But it's still small enough that if you were looking over, you can still see in and still see the lovely rhinos. They are very beautiful, and obviously from the new Africa pack, which is very cool. And so I just wanted to try and decorate this as much as possible. Really, I use these blocks and put them over the top, try and make like, I guess, a little like spire almost, and just create a bit more interest around the wall itself, because there will be a whole wall all the way around. And yeah, I wanted to use these nice rhino statues because we didn't have any they fit quite nicely in the middle, with like sort of trying to leap over almost, like they are, sort of frame the area, because the rhinos are the main attraction. Unfortunately, the Nyalas are, if they are Nyalas, I hope they're Nyalas. If they're not, I'm sorry. The Nyalas are kind of just like a secondary animal, add a bit more interest, keep them company, because they get a species benefit from them. It was the only animal they get a species benefit from, which is quite cool. So yeah, we just add in a bit of rock in, blend it in, make it look like nice. So it didn't look, the yellow wall didn't look funky from the rhino's point of view. Not that I'm sure that the rhinos would care particularly, but nonetheless. And then here's where I decided, trying to decide how to do the wall, because I wanted people to walk up this wall, and so I wanted it to be able to be short enough that they can see, but also not too short that a big old rhino's going to get out. So here I'm just playing with it. I play with a lot of colours in this. Much like the if you watch the meerkat habitat video, I play with a lot of earth tones, especially with the like entrance. But here I made a little colour palette, and here I add in teal and a like lighter green, which I think they're magnificent. Very good indeed. So here's where I'm making said colour palette. It's a bit of a long pause, but I'm sure it's fine. We're probably talking about something. I was probably figuring something out. But we have this yellow, the dark red you can see there that is on top of the wall, making these blocks that colour, and then the teal and the light green. I'm quite happy with the colour scheme actually. It makes it quite nice that there's a pop of colour, but it's not like a really out there colour, which is quite nice. And I wanted to keep it reminiscent of all the North African style things that we got with the new pack. The paths, as always, giving me a bit of stress. And then here I'm going to start to build their lovely house. So I'm going to try and make this a whole spectacle almost, because the habitat I'm planning to put next to this one is a really big African safari type exhibit. So there's going to be I'm thinking of doing a track ride through it, and there's going to be giraffes, and on one side with like zebras and a few other animals, like safari animals, and on the other side there'll be elephants with a few other safari animals. But I want their like indoor houses to be linked, and so I wanted to do two domes, one taller one for the giraffes that they can walk in on, and the guests will be able to sort of spiral up and walk up and sort of be almost looking down on the giraffes or at like head level with them. And so I wanted to have, because I already had that idea, I wanted something similar but for the rhinos, and so I built them a nice little dome so I can sort of join them together, so it'll be 2 buildings. So on the ground floor you'll be able to look in and see the rhinos having a sleep and the Nyalas like inside, and then on the other side you'll go up some stairs, and on the second floor there will be the giraffes, which I think will be nice. I think that'll be a good thing. It'll just be fun trying to figure out how to do that. So I really like this dome and how it turned out, and with the colour scheme, you can see the colour scheme in full there. Need to add in some staff buildings, but that was my plan. And I think I used Delay Designer's like video on how to build domes in Planet Zoo. So she is where I got the inspiration and know-how on how to do the domes, because they are quite difficult actually. It's a bit of a weird shaped exhibit, this one. It's like not quite square because it sort of flares out at the bottom here, but it's fine. I have now sorted out that staff area. I've built like a little building for them, so I shall, when we go in live, I shall show you that, because it's all tied in nicely. And so now I just take forever decorating this wall, because I want to keep the theme. I use these wooden sticks again, because obviously they were a theme with the meerkat habitat, and so I wanted to keep that throughout, sort of make it all cohesive, so it isn't all different African zoo exhibits. They're all an African section of the zoo, and they're just different animals, and so they all are cohesive. That didn't make sense, but they're all cohesive and all make sense basically. So yeah, there's our first rhino, and me fiddling with settings again. I always do this. I feel like I do this every video. I fiddle with the settings, but it's because I wanted to be able to check what grass level and what nature level they liked, but I didn't want any else. I didn't want them to like die. I want them to mate though. All of that, it was very complicated. I was trying to sort that all out, but the if anything, they've given us too much option with the new sandbox mode. We've got too much control, and so yeah, I spend like forever trying to figure out trying to place the top of this wall. I should have done it like the wall, where I just did one piece and then duplicated that one piece, but I didn't think to do that, and then I'd already laid out the whole wall, and then went, oh well, I'll just do this. And so luckily I could just duplicate the whole thing instead of repeating it a million times. And then I added in these nice pillars, because they were then cohesive with the building, and the corners were a bit dodgy because they weren't quite corners, and so it made sense. And so, oh no, the wall's not done. I've realised that the wall is not done. The wall looked too plain just as a bare wall, and so I decided to add a little bit of wood to it. Why? I don't know. I don't know what the practical purpose of this would be, but it's there now, so it's fine, I guess. I struggled, after I did all the walls and stuff with this, I struggled quite a bit to actually figure out how to decorate the inside, because obviously they're a savannah animal, both of them are, and so there's not a lot going on, and so I kind of struggled just trying to make this plain land look a bit more interesting, and so you can see me struggle with lots of trees in a bit, which will be fun. Just painting the ground, trying to add a bit more difference, more settings I'm fiddling with, always fun. Zoom in on the lovely rhinos. They're very beautiful. I love rhinos. And here are our Nyalas. I think they are Nyalas. It was too quick. It popped up too quickly. I could have checked. We'll check when we're in game. It'll be fine. We'll figure out what they are. But yeah, I put down the enrichment items first, so they could then like almost work around the enrichment items and sort of decorate them as I went. And luckily they had the rubbing tree of the tamarind rubbing tree, which is quite good because that blended in with because I then used tamarind trees in the exhibit. Or habitat. I always say exhibit, but it's not. They're habitats. And then I always see people trying to blend in their like foraging and mud boxes, and so I wanted to try and do that, but I didn't really know how. So I just started with lots of rocks and then pulled up the ground a bit more, which I guess is the way to do it. Don't know, they can still use it luckily as well. Which is ideal. I just wanted it to look a bit better than just something that was slapped on the ground. Which is good. I think we did that. And then I think I actually turned off the like tree limit on the animals as well though, so I could put as many trees down as I wanted and they wouldn't be upset about it. But I did want to see their soil requirements, so I could make it like look natural, but I also had creative liberty to sort of make the habitat look nice. But I was also having that battle of I still wanted to look like a zoo. I still wanted to look like something a zoo could produce. Like a very well funded zoo, but a zoo nonetheless. And then so lots of placing of trees and then trying to get the eye line right from the path. It was very annoying really. I was really struggling with how to do it, but I think it turned out all right in the end. These sausage trees kind of saved it because they were a different shade of green and like a different shape to the other two, because I think I was trying to use two similar of trees. And then I just put rocks down everywhere, so that's always good. Always ideal, putting lots of rocks down. I tried to make, like, I should have put them everywhere, but I tried to make, like, almost rock sculptures, if that makes sense. And then, like, decorated around them, so there were sort of, like, areas of built-up rock. And then areas that weren't built-up rock. Very hectic. That grass with rock is my favourite though. It looks so good. It looks so nice. And so I need to watch more Planet Zoo videos and get more like inspiration on how to use rocks to decorate. Because every time they do it, it looks so nice. But I try and do it and it does not look the same. But here's something I've stolen from Today Designer, is using trees to create thicker bushes. I don't know if the animals can actually walk over them or if they're just going to like float in midair. But I don't mind too much. I've decided. They look nice, so who cares, eh? Who cares? Right, so we're about to come back to the end of this time lapse. I shall meet you in game. Hello, and welcome in-game to our in-person tour. You see here not the hippos, they ain't hippos. The little rhinos are by the entrance to their little house. Lots of people looking around them. Very nice indeed. So here is the overall habitat. I'm very happy with it actually. I think it looks really nice. I've added a few more rocks in, a few aquatic rocks to sort of break up the land a bit more, make it look complete, I guess. I've also fixed the staff buildings by building this lovely little house, which I am quite proud of actually. I think it looks quite nice. Got a little like upstairs area in the same colour scheme, so it's all cohesive and very nice indeed. And so, what are these other animals that are in with them? If I might be able to find one now. One down here. What are you? You are a Nyala. I was correct. I was correct with Nyala. So this is very nice indeed. But yes, I am very proud of it. This building, so my plan for this building, I wasn't explaining it very well. So there's this circle one here, and so just over here there's going to be a bigger circle that's going to be taller. That will be the giraffe house, and so I want them to be linked, and so people in tomorrow, because when I'm filming it today, it's Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday when I'm going to be streaming again. I'm going to be adding in some windows here and another little building that will be allow people to see in from this way, and so this way. Up this path as well as a way view into the quite large enclosure. So luckily from most angles this habitat looks quite nice. There's a Nyala having a little bath, and then here's the like mud bath for the rhinos that they can use, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they can use it, which is good. I probably need to lower it here. They can use it. Ideal. So this is always good. So, thank you very much for watching today. Oh, no, actually, before I end, comment what you think, what animal you think we should put in this big gap here. Because in my plan, my original plan, it was only meant to be the meerkats, and then about here was meant to be the white rhino, but I've done it further up. So, there's going to be some shops here and a little, like, a load of, like, nature sort of scene will be there, but I need an idea for an animal that will go here. We've got a few. If you're in the Discord, you would have seen the zoo plan, but we have got a few, and so I need an idea for what we could put there. Animal that's quite small, like the meerkat, so the people would still want to look at the rhinos and the safari animals more. But yeah, that will be it. All for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you would like to find me on Twitch, I'm twitch.tv/littleginge with 2 underscores. And I stream every Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. Currently in British Standard Time, if not in GMT. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I shall see you all very soon. Bye!